Let's start Bhagwat Geeta reading. Let's start with Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Let's do some Radha Jap. Radha, Shri Radha, Radha, Shri Radha, Radha, Shri Radha. Yes. We are reading Bhagwat Geeta as it is by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, founder Acharya of International Society for Krishna Consciousness. We are in chapter 3, text 9. One second. Work done as a sacrifice for Vishnu has to be performed. Otherwise, work causes bondage in this material world. Therefore, O son of Kunti, perform your prescribed duties for his satisfaction, and in that way you will always remain free from bondage. Yes. So, God is helping us by giving us a way to remain free from bondage and yet enjoy everything but remain unattached. Let's read the purport. Since one has to work even for the simple maintenance of the body, the prescribed duties for a particular social position and quality are so made that that purpose can be fulfilled. Yagna means Lord Vishnu or sacrificial performances. All sacrificial performances also are meant for the satisfaction of Lord Vishnu. The Vedas enjoin Yagno Vai Vishnu. In other words, the same purpose is served whether one performs prescribed yagnas or directly serves Lord Vishnu. Krishna consciousness is therefore performance of yagna as it is prescribed in this verse. Yagna, the meaning of yagna is sacrifice. When we do yagna, even there is yagna in everything that we do. Let's say we do yoga. Yes, in yoga also we are sacrificing. What we are sacrificing? We are sacrificing our sleep. We are sacrificing some energy from our body so that we can attain yoga. We are doing the exercise. So yes, everything has some kind of sacrifice, and without sacrifice, you will not get Vishnu. So you want to get Vishnu. So how you get attached to? So you get attached to be with Vishnu rather than attaching yourself with the results of doing yoga or results of doing yagna. Many people do yagna for Sukh Shanti, there's Satyanarayan Katha and everything. Okay, this is all for purification of the environment. Why? So that you live at peace. But when you do this for Lord Vishnu, okay, Lord Vishnu will I will grow more closer to Vishnu. Then you are not attached with, if you don't get peace also out of this sacrifice, you are not angry. अरे मैंने तो ये भी किया वो भी किया फिर भी मुझे नहीं मिला. तो ये नहीं है. Yagna is basically we can hear him clearly so that our path to Vishnu is purified. Krishna consciousness is therefore performance of yagna as it is prescribed in this verse. The Varnashram institution also aims at satisfying Lord Vishnu. Varnashram charavata vata purushena paraha puman Vishnur aradhyate. Vishnu Puran 3.8.8. Therefore, one has to work for the satisfaction of Vishnu. Any other work done in this material world will be a cause of bondage. For both good and evil work have their reactions, and any reaction binds the performer. Yes. So anything that you do, if you don't do it for God, it is going to keep you bonded. Like for example, I did a puja, Lakshmi puja at home, and you are praying to Lord Lakshmi to give you money, to give you abundance. Okay, I will give you abundance. What will you do of this abundance? You have no clue. Okay. Again, getting this abundance is not in your favor, because if according to Lord Vishnu it was in your favor, you would have already got it. But why it is not in your favor? Because we are here balancing our karmas. And your karma says that you need to sacrifice something more to achieve it. And that grace is only of Lord Vishnu. And let's say he is happy with you, and because you have purified yourself and you are full of love and bhakti, maybe he pardons you from going through that entire thing by sending someone to help you, by sending someone to assist you, by making your road little easy. But you have to go through that road. Unless you do that, your karma doesn't get balanced. So you are not getting that. So when you get this abundance, you are crossing the plan of Lord Vishnu, and now you are stuck, and you are very much ready to get rebirth, because you have to again balance your karma. So understand, you manifest something, you want something. Don't do manifestation just for getting something immediately. Do it, do it under surrender. Manifest under surrender. And whatever you have, you take it as God's grace, because you don't even deserve it. You know? So we have to be in this energy that we have been blessed by God, not by how much God is not doing things for us. I've seen people like, blaming the God. आपने ये नहीं किया. He's trying. He did give you opportunities. You failed. You know? Let's move ahead. Let's move ahead. Therefore, one has to work in Krishna consciousness to satisfy Krishna or Vishnu, and while performing such activities, one is in a liberated stage. This is the great art of doing work, and in the beginning, this process requires very expert guidance. One should therefore act very diligently under the expert guidance of a devotee of Lord Krishna, or under the direct instruction of Lord Krishna himself, under whom Arjun had the opportunity to work. Nothing should be performed for sense gratification, but everything should be done for the satisfaction of Krishna. This practice will not only save one from the reaction of work, but also gradually elevate one to transcendental loving service of the Lord, which alone can raise one to the kingdom of God. Yes. Let's move to text 10. In the beginning of creation, the Lord of all creatures sent forth generations of men and demigods, along with sacrifices for Vishnu, and blessed them by saying, "Be thou happy by this yagna or sacrifice, because its performance will bestow upon you everything desirable for living happily and achieving liberation." Yes. Let's read the purport. The material creation by the Lord of creatures, that is Vishnu, is a chance offered to the conditioned souls to come back home, back to God. We are given this chance to live again in any form of a body. It's a chance to go back home. Yes, this is not our home. Our home is with at where Lord Vishnu is, Vaikuntha. So there is not just one Vaikuntha. There are many Vaikunthas. In one of the Vaikunthas, Vishnu resides. But whoever has reached God, they have their Vaikunthas. They live in other Vaikunthas also, and they live happily. They are not bonded. They are not made of material things. Yes. So we have been given a chance. We have come from Vaikuntha, and we have been given chance to balance our karmas in this life so that we can go back home sooner. Yes, because if you stay in Vaikuntha and you are trying to do your karmas right, it's gonna take a long time. Yes. So yeah. All living entities within the material creation are conditioned by material nature because of their forgetfulness of their relationship to Vishnu or Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The Vedic principles are to help us understand this eternal relation as it is stated in the Bhagwat Geeta. Vedais Vedaischa Savair Aham Eva Vedyaha. The Lord says that the purpose of the Vedas is to understand Him. In the Vedic hymns, it is said, Patim Vishwasyash sorry Vishwasyat Syatmeshwaram. Okay. Vishwasyatmeshwaram. Therefore, the Lord of the living entities in the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vishnu. Yes. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, also 2.4.20, Srila Shukdev Goswami describes the Lord as Pati in so many ways. The Prajapati is Lord Vishnu, and he is the Lord of all living creatures, all worlds, and all beauties, and the protector of everyone. The Lord created this material world to enable the conditioned souls to learn how to perform yagnas for the satisfaction of Vishnu, so that while in the material world they can live very comfortably without anxiety, and after finishing the present material body, they can enter into the kingdom of God. That is the whole program for the conditioned soul. By performance of yagna, the conditioned souls gradually become Krishna conscious and become godly in all respects. In the age of Kali, the Sankirtan Yagna, that is chanting of the names of God, is recommended by the Vedic scriptures. And this transcendental system was introduced by Lord Chaitanya for the deliverance of all men in this age. Sankirtan Yagna and Krishna consciousness go well together. Lord Krishna, in his devotional form as Lord Chaitanya, is mentioned in the Srimad Bhagavatam 11.5.32 as follows, with special reference to Sankirtan Yagna. In quotes, in this age of Kali, people are endowed with sufficient intelligence will worship the people who are endowed with sufficient intelligence will worship the Lord, who is accompanied by his associates by performance of Sankirtan Yagna. Other yagnas prescribed in the Vedic literatures are not easy to perform in this age of Kali, but the Sankirtan Yagna is easy and sublime for all purposes, as recommended in Bhagwat Geeta also 9.14. Yes. So Sankirtan is basically we all come together and we chant. So the chanting of Hare Krishna, Hare Rama mantra is going to create that ripple effect of sound which is equating the effect which is created by a proper Vedic yagna. And this was discovered by Lord Chaitanya, who also wrote Srimad Bhagavatam. Yes. Text 11. The demigods, being pleased by sacrifices, will also please you, and thus, by cooperation between men and demigods, prosperity will reign for all. Yes, let's read the purport. The demigods are empowered administrators of material affairs. Yes, so demigods are basically Mahalakshmi, Lord Shiva, Brahma. You can name it any god, your Ram. Okay, these are all your demigods. Okay, and of course, Ram is a avatar of Krishna, so he's not a demigod as such, but it's not Krishna. Okay, Krishna knew that he was the god, and he came on when he was on earth. Ram did not know that. Okay, and then there was many like Ma Kali, Ma Ambe. There's so many, right? We have so many Hanuman. We have so many demigods in our mandir. If you see, so these demigods are what? They are administrators of material energy or material things. What are the material things in our world, in the material world? So material world is made of five things, correct? Your fire, water, light, air, and ether. Yeah. So all these are five elements which the demigods manage. Correct. The supply of air, light, water, and all other benedictions for maintaining the body and soul of every living entity is entrusted to the demigods, who are innumerable assistants in different parts of the body of the Supreme Personality of God. These demigods are parts of Supreme God only, and they have a place there where they reside in the Lord. So remember, we say that the spiritual body of the God is so it has its own expansion. It has a plenary expansion, and in that we all are there. So everything that is there is a part of God. Even the kachra is the part of God. Everything, good and bad, is part of the God only. Yes. So keeping that in mind, we can read this. Their pleasures and displeasures are dependent on the performance of yagna. Sorry, I'll read this again. The supply of air, light, water, and other benedictions for maintaining the body and soul of every living entity is entrusted to the demigods, who are innumerable assistants in different parts of the body of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, parts of the body means these parts of the bodies have some kind of energy, right? Those energies are these uh, get transferred to these demigods, and though the result of those energies uh, is the result of what material thing that you get out of. Like Mahalakshmi is um, goddess of abundance. So abundance is a material energy, and this kind of material energy comes out from some one part of Lord Krishna where she resides, right? Their pleasure and displeasures are dependent on the performance of yagnas by the human being. We are humans. Some of the yagnas are meant to satisfy particular demigods, but even in so doing, Lord Vishnu is worshipped in all yagnas as the chief beneficiary. Yes. It is stated also in the Bhagwat Geeta that Krishna himself is the beneficiary of all kinds of yagna. Bhuktaram, yagna tapasam. Yes. Because when you do yagna, you are purifying a lot of things. You're purifying the minds of the people, you're purifying the environment and everything. And all these people, all human beings, all the environment, all the mountains, everything are a part of Lord Krishna. And when you purify them, you are helping Krishna to purify everything which is which is laying dirty in his environment. So ultimately, uh, you are serving God by doing yagna. Therefore, ultimate satisfaction of the yagnapati is the chief purpose of all yagnas. Correct? When these yagnas are perfectly performed, naturally the demigods in charge of the different departments of supply are pleased, and there is no scarcity in the supply of natural products. Yes. See, again, they are saying in supply of natural products. So, natural products for us are those who are made out of these five elements directly. For example, vegetables. Vegetables are made out of sun, which is the direct fire energy, and the earth, which is again a fire energy, soil. So, these are some of the direct products of the five elements. Performance of yagnas has many side benefits, ultimately leading to liberation from material bondage. By performance of yagnas, all activities become purified, and it is stated in the Vedas, Ahar Shuddhav Sattva Shuddhi. Sattva Shuddhav Dhruva Smriti Smritihi Lambe Lambe Sarva Granthinam Vipramoksha. By performance of yagna, one's eatables become sanctified, and by eating sanctified foodstuffs, one's very existence becomes purified. By the purification of existence, finer tissues in the memory become sanctified. And when memory is sanctified, one can think of the path of liberation. And all these combined together lead to Krishna consciousness and the great necessity of present day society. Yes. So you see the process now. Vedic literatures are giving process to do sacrifice, to do yagnas, and how it should actually convert and help you lead to the path of Krishna consciousness. But you see, the path is so long, whereas you can take Krishna consciousness right away. It will not take more than 2 to 3 months. Let's move to text 12. In charge of the various necessities of life, the demigods, being satisfied by the performance of yagna, will supply all necessities to you. But he who enjoys such gifts without offering them to the demigods in return is certainly a thief. Yes. So whatever we receive is whatever we have to give also. We receive it, we feel, and then we give back, basically. Let's read the purport. The demigods are authorized supplying agents on behalf of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Vishnu. Therefore, they must be satisfied by the performance of prescribed yagnas. In the Vedas, there are different kinds of yagnas pres- prescribed for different kinds of demigods, but all are ultimately offered to the Supreme Personality of God. For one who cannot understand what personality of Godhead is, sacrifice to the demigods is recommended. Yes. According to the different material qualities of the persons concerned, different types of yagnas are recommended in the Vedas. Worship of the different demigods is also on the same basis, namely according to different qualities. For example, the meat eaters are recommended to worship the goddess Kali, the ghastly form of material nature. And before the goddess, the sacrifice of animals is recommended. But for those who are in the mood of goodness, the transcendental worship of Vishnu is recommended. But ultimately, all yagnas are meant for the gradual promotion to the transcendental position. For ordinary men, at least 5 yagnas known as Pancha Mahayagna are necessary. Okay. One should know, however, that all the necessities of life that the human society requires are supplied by the demigod agents of the Lord. No one can manufacture anything. Take, for example, all the eatables of human society, like the eatables include grains, fruits, vegetables, milk, sugar, etc. for the persons in the mode of goodness, and also eatables for non-vegetarians like meats, none of which can be manufactured by men. Yes. Then again, take for example heat, light, water, air, etc., which are also necessities of life. None of them can be manufactured by human society. Without the Supreme Lord, there can be no profuse sunlight, moonlight, rainfall, breeze, etc., without which no one can live. How obviously our life is dependent on supplies from the Lord. Yes, because He created this supply. So now He should give us if we want to survive, right? Even so, we are very much grateful to Him that He is giving us. He can take it away anytime. Like He took it away when there was COVID, you know. Today also when you have this healthy body, He can take it away. He can fracture your legs. He can do this, everything, anything He can take away. So we have to be grateful. Even for our manufacturing enterprises, we require so many raw materials like metal, sulfur. See the analogy, okay? Mercury, manganese, and so many essentials, all of which are supplied by the agents of Lord, with the purpose that we should make proper use of them to keep ourselves fit and healthy for the purpose of self realization, leading to the ultimate goal of life, namely liberation from the material struggle for existence. He is giving all this so that we are able to use it in the right direction and we are able to enter self realization and liberate and free ourselves from the material bondage and attain liberation. Yes, but what if we are using all these things other than for this purpose? For example, you are given food to eat, but you are overeating. Why are you overeating it? That means you are not using it for the right purpose. For mind and for our intellect to become more stronger, you can you should eat less. Consumption should be less, and should be as per only as much you need to survive this body, to make this body work for you. The aim of life is attained by performance of yagnas. If we forget the purpose of human life and simply take supplies from the agents of the Lord for sense gratification and become more and more entangled in material existence, which is not the purpose of creation, certainly we become thieves and therefore we are punished by laws of material nature. Yes, you will be punished. If you overeat, you will start facing constipation, gas, all those things, right? If you indulge in, um, let's say, too much of watching TV or screen time or too much of you're exploiting your eyes will give up. So God is intelligent. He has given you as much power that you have a choice to whether misuse it or not. Yes. So n- material nature, material law, these are all the laws which you cannot fight or you cannot be bent. You have to face it. You have to face the consequences. There is no choice over it. Because that is the way in which the material nature works, right? These are nature laws. Um, we can talk on this more, but I would like to proceed. A society of thieves can never be happy because they have no aim in life. Yes. The gross materialist thieves have no ultimate goal of life. They are simply directed to sense gratification, nor do they have knowledge of how to perform yagnas. Lord Chaitanya, however, inaugurated the easiest performance of yagna, namely the Sankirtan yagna, which can be performed by anyone in the world who accepts the principles of Krishna consciousness. Yes. So let's end here with Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Let's do some Radha Jap. Radha, Shri Radha, Radha, Shri Radha, Radha, Shri Radha.